What's up, fellow and future star citizens? Gray-headed gamer here, and today was gonna be the day. I was gonna jump into some multiplayer dogfighting matches. Capture the Core is released. 12.5 eliminated almost all the rubber banding and lag issues I was experiencing. Man, I thought this was definitely the time to jump in some action. And then this happened. My bitching Betty developed a serious stuttering problem. And on top of that, I got this really weird lag input thing going on with my joystick. Now, it only happens when I'm running fraps to record in Spectrum matches, so I'm sure it's something on my end, but to verify, I called a fellow citizen up, and he didn't have the issues while recording. So while I figure out what the heck is going on, I've got a little something else in store. I was reading a few emails and PMs, and it seems that quite a few citizens would like a walk around and maybe a semi-review of the Freelancer Max variant. So let's head on back to the hangar and I'll give you a tour of the old double wide with wings. Ah, here we go, home sweet hangar. So like I mentioned in my first video, Chris Roberts' game Privateer is the one main reason I pledged and supported this game. But my go-to ship for the persistent universe was influenced by another big name in the sci-fi world, Josh Wheaton and his amazingly quick canceled show Firefly. And yes, I know, the Freelancer is tiny compared to Captain Malcolm Reynolds' Serenity, but it fits my playstyle much better than the more size comparable Starfarer. Now, as I mentioned, I do really want a Starfarer, just not for everyday mission runs. The stock Freelancer gives a good balance of freight and combat ability in a subcompact mercantile ship for daily mission runs. But when the Max variant dropped, I knew immediately that the expanded cargo hold made this ship for me. Even though the Max lost some firepower compared to the stock ship, it can be added back with a few upgrades, which in my case, I'll add a few missile racks and try to get the biggest, baddest tail-mounted turret I can get. I plan on using one of my extra character slots to make up an NPC for my full-time tail gunner, so I can run small merchant missions by myself and not constantly bother my buddies for escorts. Being in one of the bigger orgs helps, and I'm sure my fellow browncoats wouldn't mind riding along, but I tend to play on off hours because of work and family, so a lot of my money-making merchant missions are going to be done solo. So, let's talk a little bit about the changes that came along with the new Max variant. One very obvious change is the main engine configuration. The factory Freelancer runs 2 Arc Core Arc Duo 400s. The Lancer Max doubles that with 4 Arc Core Arc Elite 400s. Both are TR4 size, but the engines can be upgraded to a maximum engine size of TR5s. And my big bottom girl's gonna need all the thrust she can get to move her fat ass across the verse, seeing that she is hauling around 32,000 kilograms of null cargo mass, which is up 6,000 kilograms from the stock Lancer. Length and height stayed the same between both ships, but the Lancer Max picked up 4 meters in her rear beam. That translates to lots of cargo, like 112 more freight units of cargo compared to the stock Lancer, bringing it up to about 280 freight units total, or about a quarter of that of the Starfarer. The Lancer Max also gets a maximum power plant size of 6, which is 1 higher than the stock Lancer, which means more power to distribute between systems. Maybe for shields, right? Nope. The Lancer Max actually has a decreased maximum shield size down from 5 to a 4. Now, with all the cargo we're going to be hauling, we're going to become pretty big targets for pirates. And I'm thinking the shield thing is going to be kind of important. So, how about showing some Lancer Max love in the shield department, CIG? We're already sacrificing some firepower for cargo, so heavier shields just seems like the right thing to do for us. Everything else pretty much stayed the same, but we did get some killer little wingtips, so that kind of completes the outside package. With the 12.5 update, we also got some really cool animations on the inside of our Lancers. First and foremost, wait for it, boom! Our space potty is finally battle ready. No more holding number 2 trying to become number 1. Also, you can interact with the rear control panels now. Not sure if they'll actually be a functioning piece of the ship, but cool nonetheless. Hopefully the screen animations are just placeholders until we get a working rear HUD system maybe. We could possibly have our second crew member back here doing scanner sweeps or electronic warfare. Would add a really cool effect to the game. The 2 seats behind the pilot and co-pilot are now accessible as well. Once again, I'm not sure for what, but I'm glad that they are. And last but not least, our bunks are finally ready for intergalactic nap time. Now I know these are just animations and not really game changers, and they're not going to help you quote unquote win, but I love the fact that CIG is moving along on a fully interactive ship for us Lancer lovers. I can't wait for multi-crew ship Arena Commander to drop so I can fly my Lancer around just to see how the old girl handles. Well, once again guys, thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you join me next time. Don't forget, I'm still working on a subscriber flare giveaway once we reach 100 subscribers. So if you don't mind, click like, give me a comment, tell me what you'd like to see change or what you'd like to see me go over next. Subscribe and even share the video so we can get it out there. I really appreciate it guys, and I hope you have a great one. Later.